Hey folks, one more short video. Probably because the weather is starting to cooperate and it was cloudy today. The sun tried to peek through a few times, but um, I know some people are waiting for the Elvis thing. I'm getting to it, and it should be out within 3 or 4 days, maybe. By this weekend, anyway, coming. It's not super at the top of my list because with the banks crashing and the war impending and the violence growing, the border crossing is going to be something. I just don't see that as a real importance, but I know some of you are waiting for that, so I'm going to do it. And like I said, it should be within a few days, maybe by this weekend. So just look for that. One of the videos, as long as I can still get it, because YouTube keeps scrubbing things, is Jeannie C. Riley talking about Elvis not being dead, but being alive. He's not in the grave. And I seen a news blip the other day from 1978, which says people were seeing him. I do know he was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is the state I'm in. And I do know that he owned property in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I do know that he owned property in several states, 3 or 4 states anyway. And I've known people that they would call me up and talk to me about him, and that he didn't die. My concern isn't that, whether you believe me or not. My concern is, if you believed the lie like that, which was easy to pick out the people in that day, because they didn't have AI, for one thing. They didn't have just most everybody during that time saw this one picture of him in the casket, which nobody was supposed to be able to get close enough to even take a picture, and there was no cameras allowed. How did that happen? It had to be a planned thing. It had to be. And we know today that government officials, I mean, they can actually have somebody doing a speech and make it look like some official did the speech, which they didn't really do. But back then they didn't have that. And in one of the clips is going to be where you could see him through a window. And also in clips you're going to see where he was preaching as Bob Joyce, and he talks about the stuff that happened. How would he know? Like bags of money being on the table when he walked out the door. Now, nobody's ever said anything about that. That was never made public, ever. How would he know? If he didn't know because he was the person. And Joyce Brandt was a Facebook friend of mine, and there was another Facebook friend of mine. There was 2 or 3 Facebook friends of mine. One was a artist and an author and a actor that knew the guy that played Mannix, or that played in Hawaii Five-O. Played I forget the guy's name in the original Hawaii Five-O, and his friend died. in that played that role in 2014, I think it was, and he mentioned that, and I talked to him, and he said, "Well, Elvis will come out when he's ready," but he can't. He can't because he's in the witness protection program. He can't come out because you go to prison if you do. There's been people in the mafia that were in the witness protection program that came out and ended up going to prison and then dying because guess what? The mafia knew who they were. And now basically our government's the mafia. They don't like competition. I used to see this bumper sticker that you can't be a robber because the government doesn't like competition. Yeah, that's a fact, Jack and Jackie. It's a fact. The government is so corrupt. You can't. You have to understand that the times we live in, they are just obliterated. They've already obliterated the Constitution. There's no such thing as a Constitution anymore. I mean, you can say what you want, but you know, when they turned this into the United or the North American Union, they already discredited the Constitution. I'm 64 years old this month, the 23rd of May. I have seen so much change from the time I was a little until now that you can't even wrap your mind around it if you're young, because you've never seen what I've seen. You could leave your doors unlocked. You could have a child, 2 years old, walk around the lake I was living at and never get abducted. I mean, you can't do that today. And these women that think they can go out and jog in their shorts that are too short for, I mean, and not get raped or murdered. What are you thinking? Do you not understand the times we live in? I hope this video don't get taken down. I get a strike, because then it's going to be longer before I get that video up that I'm working on. And already some of the videos that I was going to use have been apparently taken down because I can't get to them now. But I'm going to keep working and trying. That's what's taking me. That's part of the reason it's taken me so long. Look, folks, we are in this time now. We as Christians we're born for this time now. We weren't born for 1940, 1880, 1860, 1952. We weren't born for that. We're born now for this time now. I love y'all. I'm starting to get more subscribers, and I think this Elvis thing has something to do with it, which I don't get it, because with so much going on, you should be worried about getting your food, getting your defense tools, getting your houses in order with the Lord. That's what you should really be worried about, not this. But I'm going to do it anyway, because it happened, and the trolls are going to come. I know they are. But I know the people that did it before, they come and told me, yeah, we know who he is, because my family worked in the government with him and different things. So that's going to come too. So I'm not really worried about the trolls. Like, subscribe, and share, please. It helps me. I never ask for money. People have sent me money, but I've never asked for it. They just ask me, well, where do I send money? That's what they do. And then I give them my address. You people take care. Stay frosty, stay strapped, as Black Scout Survival would say. I'm out.